Hi everyone, my name is Patricia and I'm one of the students in microeconomics class, and today I'm going to explain about network externalities. Hope you enjoy it.
Before we know the definition of network externalities, first we must know what externalities actually mean. In microeconomics, we have learned that economists use the term externalities to describe situations in which one's consumption directly influences another's utility. In this case, the type of externalities mentioned are positive externalities. The lower number of people who use goods, the more value they currently have. For example, imagine there is an apple on a plate just lying there on top of a desk. If we eat it for ourselves, that means the value that we get from the consumption itself is one apple. Imagine, however, if this apple is cut in half so as to satisfy the hunger of two people. The value that we get will be equal to zero point 0.5 each. This proves that the more people there are, the lower value the goods they consume have. On the other hand, we want to talk about network externalities, or more commonly known as network effect. Network effect itself is a unique and special kind of externalities in which a person's utility for a good depends on the number of other people who consume or use that good. In this case, the type of externalities are the opposite of the usual externalities, which means network externalities can be seen as a type of negative externalities. The higher number of people who use goods, the more value they will have. All type of social media can be categorized as a type of network externalities. Take Facebook for example. If only a small number of people use the platform, what good would it do if we made an account of it? Conversely, if there were around 1 billion people using it all across the globe, we would have that urge to make an account as well. This means that as the number of users grows, so does the value of Facebook. A unique example of network effect is the usage of WeChat. In other countries outside of China, WeChat almost has no value at all, as almost no one still uses the application. In China, however, it has become the exclusive way of messaging and contacting someone. Almost no other application beside WeChat is available in said country. This proves that although the value of WeChat is almost none in our eyes, in China its value is really high. Another more indirect effect that can be seen as an example is the usage of Uber. An indirect effect itself is when the value of a service or good increases for one group in addition to another group joining in said service. Although in Indonesia Uber is not used anymore, Western countries still use it. As more riders join the platform, the more useful and valuable it is to drivers, for they have more business opportunities than before. The reverse is also true. As more producers or drivers join the network, the consumers or riders will have shorter waiting times. More locations will be available as well, proving that the network is more valuable than before. Joining a network does not always equal to not paying anything. Depending on which network and which position we want to set ourselves to, joining the network can cost us quite a sum. In some situations, the cost can be more direct than the others. A Uber driver pays a fee to Uber for services rendered through the app. As a platform reaches a critical number of users, however, the cost of joining will be outweighed by the value of joining. Usually, the gap between them will increase over time. Granted, this happens only if the number of participants keeps increasing. The Uber driver will have access to many more passengers, causing the transaction fee worth the cost. But before reaching this critical point of the number of participants, it should be noted that prior to this condition, the cost of joining will be greater than the value from joining. This explains why in the first few months of joining, most drivers will struggle just to cover the expenses. A lot of websites also benefit from network externalities. An example of a commonly known website, or we can say the popularity is widely known all around the world, is eBay. eBay would not be successful and useful if auctions were not a type of competitive sport. As the number of users increase on eBay, auctions are becoming more and more competitive, much more so than before, consequently pushing up the prices of bids on goods. This makes it more worthwhile to offer and sell your goods on eBay, not to mention it brings more sellers on the website. This, however, will plummet the price again as the number of supply increases while bringing more people onto eBay because the variety of goods that are being offered. So, that is all from me. I hope this explanation of network externalities will prove to be useful in your life. and I hope you have understood more about the topic, at least more so than before you watched this video. Thank you for watching. See you!